Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well today. Let's see, it's right at 9 o'clock. This is the Orca D status conference calendar. I'm Judge Eric Morrow and will be presiding over court this morning. For those of you that are on Zoom this morning, let me remind you that this is an official court session and you should conduct yourselves as though you were here with me in person. If you're driving, I'm going to need for you to pull over so that you can properly address the court. If you're at work, I'm going to need for you to find a quiet place where you can address the court. You should not be walking around. And so try to find a place where you can properly conduct the business of the court this morning. For those defendants, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present at these proceedings. We will have public defenders that are present this morning. And if you would like to see if you qualify for the service of a public defender, it will be in the chat. And I will give Mr. Haddad an opportunity once I complete my opening statements to let you know how you can apply for their services this morning. We also have solicitors that are present this morning that can give you offers on cases if you wish to seek to dispose of them today. If you don't wish to seek to take their offer, you can always either enter a non-negotiated plea or plead not guilty. If you plead not guilty, you have the right to a bench trial or a jury trial. If you request a bench trial, you'll be having that bench trial in front of me in the very near future. If you request a jury trial, these cases will be returned to the division judge to schedule that jury trial sometime in the distant future. For the attorneys that are on the line, your cases have been sent to the Orca calendar to see if we can help to dispose of them. And if you seek a jury trial, they will be returned to the division judge, excuse me, to the division judge if you cannot come to some type of resolution. Good morning, Mr. Haddad. Would you mind informing the defendants how they can seek your assistance this morning if they seek to?
Absolutely, Judge. Thank you. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
So anybody who's here who's not represented, of course, the court is going to ask you some questions. If you wish to retain or speak to us, I'm one of two lawyers with the public defender's office. Just look at the chat line. There's an email address. Just follow the instructions. You can basically send an email to that email address. You'll receive an application. You'll fill out the application. We'll review it, and then we'll speak to you. Do not leave the Zoom unless the court excuses you, okay? Just make sure of that. But other than that, just follow the instructions on the chat line. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Haddad. Ms. Riley, good morning. I see that that you are here from the solicitor's office. Are you anyone with you today?
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Sarita Giviega is with us.
Okay.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. All right. Okay, I think that those are all the preliminaries. When I call your name, please unmute yourself and let me know that you're here. Position number 1, James Askew.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Askew. Are you able to activate your camera for the court?
Yes, sorry about that.
No, you're fine, sir. Let's see. Do you have a private attorney or would you like to seek the assistance of a public defender today?
I'll have private counsel, but so it's fine.
Do you have private counsel?
Yes.
Okay, what's your counsel's name?
I'm not sure. I have it available, so I don't need a defender.
I'm sorry, say that again, Mr. Askew.
I have private counsel available. They're not here right now.
Okay, well, today is our court session, so I'm going to need if you have private counsel, I'm going to need for you to call your counsel to let them know that you're in court. If you do not have private counsel, I'm happy to give you the opportunity to see if you qualify for the services of a public defendant.
No, that's fine. I'll just go ahead and do it myself. But I've already consulted, so
Okay, so you would like to proceed pro se today to the charges of battery, family violence, and cruelty to children in the third degree? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and you do understand that each of these charges carries a maximum penalty of 12 months in jail and/or $1,000 fine. You understand that?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'll be back with you, Mr. Askew. Position number 2, Tyrone Christopher.
Here. I'm here, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Christopher. Hope you're well.
Good morning, thank you.
I have down that your attorney is Emily Bronstein.
Your Honor, I apologize for interrupting. Ms. Bronstein is with our office. I believe Ms. Helen is going to handle this case.
Okay.
Sure, she was on a second ago, Judge.
I am.
Sorry.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Good morning, Ms. Helen. How are you?
Good morning.
Okay, so if you'll get with Mr. Christopher so we can see what we're going to do with this case today, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Position number 3, Domenico Coleman. Mr. Coleman. Position 4, Carlton Cuthbert. Cuthbert. Position number 5, Thomas Gibson.
Morning, Judge. Larry Cohn on behalf of Mr. Gibson. I know he should be on the call as well. I've been speaking to Lance Patrick, who's the assistant solicitor in this particular in Judge Richardson's court. So for the purposes of this hearing, we would just plead not guilty. He and I have been in communications in resolving this case. So I would just ask, I filed motions in the case. I would just ask that the case be sent over to the division for Judge Richardson to handle who it's been assigned to.
Okay, so what this court the Orca calendar has been established to help the division judges with motions and with pleas and things of that nature. If you feel that you can resolve the matter, I'm happy to reset you for my calendar in the future so that we can take those pleas if that's the case, or if you can't resolve the matter, take up whatever motions that you have and then return it to the division judge for a jury trial.
Okay, that sounds reasonable. Let me ask you this. Would you like me to speak with Ms. Riley, or what we can do is, for the purposes of today, I don't think it'd be very productive. I'd like to let you get all the other cases on the calendar. If we want to put it back on a calendar for a status and you guys just tell me which solicitor to deal with, I'm more than happy to do so.
Okay, so why don't we put it back on for status to give you the opportunity to speak with the solicitor that's going to be assigned to it for the Orca calendar. Ms. Riley, do we know who that is?
Yes, Your Honor, that would be me.
Okay, and so would you mind putting your information in the chat so that Mr. Cohn can give you a call at some point? I'm going to reschedule this if it's okay with counsel until August 10th. Do you think that would give you enough time?
Sure. And I know Ms. Riley since she was in Clayton County, so she's not going to be too hard to track down. I'll find her.
Okay, very good. All right, so we will reset for August 10th and place it on a status calendar and go from there, okay?
Sounds good, guys. Have a great day.
All right, you also.
Aye.
Position 6, George Giles.
Here, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Giles. I believe that you've already qualified for a public defender. Is that right, Mr. Haddad?
Yes, Judge, and I believe Ms. Helen's going to handle that case as well, so I'm sure she'll need to speak to him. And
Okay, all right. Thank you, Mr. Giles. We'll have Ms. Helen speak with you to see if we can move this along today, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Position 7, Jordan Gonzalez. Jordan Gonzalez. Good morning, Mr. Gonzalez. Do you have a private attorney? Would you like to seek the assistance of a public defender today?
No and no.
Okay, you would like to proceed pro se today to the charge of simple battery?
Correct.
And you do understand that this charge carries with it a maximum penalty of 12 months in jail and or $1,000 fine?
Yes.
Would you like to speak with a solicitor to find out what their offer is regarding this matter today?
No.
Okay. What would you like to do with the case, Mr. Gonzalez?
I'm actually trying to get it dismissed. I'm trying to contact the victim right now. It's for my bond. It was said that it was just a no violent contact. I'm just waiting on her to get. I don't know if she can join it. I think the last court date for this was like a year ago, and
Okay,
she
so let me,
joined
I don't
and
mean to
tried to get
interrupt
it
you,
dropped.
Mr. Gonzalez, but the state will be the ones to dismiss the case or not dismiss the case. Even if the alleged victim in the case wants the case dismissed, that doesn't necessarily mean that it will be dismissed.
Right.
So for the purposes of today, what I'll need from you is I'll need whether you want a bench trial on this case or whether you want a jury trial on this matter.
Jury trial.
Okay. We will return the case to the division judge. You will have the opportunity to have a jury in this matter, and you will get a notification of your next court date, okay?
Okay,
Your
am I good to leave? Huh?
Say it
Your
again.
Honor, I apologize for interrupting. This is Assistant Solicitor Riley. My notes, I'm reviewing the case that we have had contact with the victim, Miss Mercedes Bragg, in 2021. The state will present a no pros based on our communications with her.
Okay, so the case has been null pros or will be null
It
pros?
has not, it will be. I will
Okay.
send the no pros to Miss Redden, I believe it is now.
It's Miss Johnson for today.
Miss Johnson, okay.
Okay, all right. Very good. So they're gonna null pros it, Mr. Gonzalez.
So that means it's dropped?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, so
All
am I
right.
good to go?
Yes, you're good to go. Have a good day,
Okay.
sir.
Will I get that information in the mail or anything?
If you would like to get a copy of the null pros, if you'll call the clerk's office later today, we'll be happy to get you a copy, okay?
All right, thank you so much.
You're
Have a great
welcome.
day.
Have a good day. And if we come across a case that the state plans to null pros, if you can just let me know that at the beginning, that'd be appreciated. Thank you. Position number 8, Demarius Harris.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Harris. Do you have a private attorney or would you like to seek the assistance of a public defender today?
No and no.
Okay. You'd like to proceed pro se to the charge of criminal trespass?
Yes.
Okay. And what would you like to do with the case today? Do you
I
request a
was- I want to see if I can get on time served since it was just simply graffiti.
Okay. You'd like to speak with the solicitor regarding what their offer is going to be?
Yes.
Okay. We'll give you that opportunity if you just hold on for me, Mr. Harris, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Position 9, Sierra Hosey. Sierra Hosey.
I have a Sierra joining.
I'm sorry, was that Ms. Hosey? Position 10 in Daishu Howard. In Daisha Howard. Position 11, Thomas Hutchins. Thomas Hutchins. Position 12, Marquavius Jones.
Here.
Good morning, Mr. Jones.
Good morning.
Do you have a private attorney or would you like to seek the assistance of a public defender today?
No, I do not have a private attorney, and yes, can I speak to a solicitor to see?
Okay, if you would like, I'm happy to let you speak with a solicitor. If you qualify for the services of the public defender, then they will be able to represent you and speak to the solicitor on your behalf. Would you like to see if you qualify prior to speaking on your own to the public defender? I just want to remind you that you have a right to remain silent and anything you say can and will be used against you.
Understood. Yeah, I can use one.
Okay. So if you'll go into the chat and begin the process, I'll come back to you at the end of the calendar so that we can see if you qualify. Okay, Mr. Jones? All right, so just hold on for us. Thank you, sir. Position 13, Tiara Jones.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Ms. Jones. How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. Do you have a private attorney or would you like to seek the assistance of a public defender?
I do not have a private attorney, and I would like to seek assistance to have an attorney.
All right.
I'm working. I want to work to get it dismissed.
All right. So, Ms. Jones, if you will also go into the chat and begin the process, we'll have someone get with you. And if you can also, if you wouldn't mind putting your contact information in the chat for us, you also, Mr. Jones, if you, Malquavius Jones, put your information in the chat for us so that they'll have it. Thank you, ma'am. We'll be back with you. Position 14, Luke Marks. Luke Marks. Position 15, Lorenzo Meadows.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes, is this Mr. Harris?
Yes. So for the case, you said it was
Excuse me.
criminal trespassing.
Okay, so Mr. Harris, I'll get back with you and answer any of your questions when I get to the end of the calendar, okay?
Understood.
Okay, very good. Thank you, sir. And Ms. Hornsby, good morning. How are you today?
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Good to see you. Let's see, what are we gonna do
Good to
with,
be here.
what are we gonna do with Mr. Meadows today?
I talked with Ms. Story, Your Honor. I need a continuance, and I'm asking, we're trying to work it out.
Okay.
And so we're going to see if we can work it out. Otherwise, I'd probably need a jury trial, but we're going to try to work it out.
Okay, does August 10th give you enough time, Ms. Hornsby?
No, I don't think it would, because I think she's probably the one that can work out what I'm interested in. If that,
I'm sorry, what is?
I don't know, the solicitor might have, if he's, you know, or she knows what.
Sir, go ahead, because that's when it gives you.
If you would like to speak with the solicitor today, we're happy to give you that opportunity.
I've already spoke with her, and she says she's the one that's handling the case.
Okay.
And I'd rather go on and get it continued until she comes back gets involved in it. I think we can probably work it out, but I'm not sure.
Okay. And are you talking about someone other than Ms. Riley or the team that they have for me?
I'm talking about Eureka's.
No, Your Honor, Miss Marshall Story had cases on this calendar. We're just covering them for her this morning, but she has reached out to the attorneys for positions for the middle of the calendar.
Okay, all right. And
so I do have the offer, but I don't know what they've discussed outside of the offer.
The offer is not acceptable.
Okay, so given that, Ms. Hornsby, do you request a bench trial or a jury trial on this matter?
A jury trial, Your Honor.
Okay, so so we will return this to the division judge. I'll need for you to hold on because we'll need to get a case management order in place, and we will also need a formal written request for a jury trial, which we will send you. Can we get that, Ms. Johnson?
Your Honor.
Yes.
I need some discovery. I don't have any contact. This case is about 4 or 5 years old. And I just haven't had, I filed my motions, things in the original court, you know, the other court.
Okay.
I haven't received any information at all.
Okay,
You know.
Ms. Riley, can we get the discovery to Ms. Hornsby?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll get that. And Ms. Hornsby, if you can put your email address in the chat for us, we'll send you the paperwork.
Okay, we'll do that, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, thank you.
And am I excused? Do I just stay in the chat? I don't know.
Once you get the paperwork back to us, then you're free to go.
Okay, now what paperwork do you need?
Okay, so we'll be sending you
just
a case.
The email. Is that all?
We'll be sending you a case management order and a written demand for jury trial.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Position 16, Ashley Miller. I have a null pros on that case. Position 17, William Montgomery.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Good morning, Mr. Montgomery. I have down that you have Attorney Miller.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay, and was Miss Miller the one we're waiting to hold for? Okay, so if you'll just wait on the line for us, Mr. Montgomery. We've been informed that Miss Miller has some other business to attend to today, and we're gonna hold for her report. So if you'll just hold on for us, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Position 18, Stephanie Morati.
Yes, Judge, I'm here.
Good morning, Ms. Morati. I understand that, I signed a withdrawal for your counsel on yesterday. Are you going to seek additional counsel in this matter?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you get that done by August 10th?
Well, I was gonna look to see if I can get a public defender, because the reason that he withdrew counsel was because I was no longer able to make payment. So if I could see if I could get a public defender, that'd be great.
That's fine, Ms. Morati. So if you'll go into the chat and begin the process and put your information in the chat also so that we can, so that they can reach out to you also, okay?
Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. We'll be back with you, ma'am.
Okay.
Position 19, Austin Morrison.
Good morning, Your Honor. James Elliott here for Austin Morrison.
Good morning.
Good morning.
To you both. Let's see. What are we going to do with Mr. Morrison this morning, Mr. Elliott?
Your Honor, we're still waiting on video discovery in this case, and I don't have an offer on this case yet. So I don't know if we'll be able to get those while we're on the Zoom chat today. We might need to reset it.
Okay. Do we have the offer, Ms. Riley?
Oh, Your Honor, I'm covering this case for Ms. Marshall's story.
Okay.
And we do have an offer. I didn't know if she had related to the attorney or not.
I don't have it. We've emailed in the past, Ms. Githia. If you could email that over to me.
Sure. Can you put
Okay.
your email in the chat, please, and I can email it to you?
Yes, ma'am. I will.
Okay.
And then we still have a video outstanding in this case. I don't know if you see any notes as to whether there is one or not.
I can check to see if there's one.
Okay.
So there seems to be some outstanding issues that you're going to need even if you get the offer today. So can we reset you, Mr. Elliott, till August 10th so that you all can work that out?
Your Honor, I'm happy for a reset on this. August 10th is my birthday, and I do have to leave that week. So if we can do it at a different time, I would appreciate it.
Yeah, you're fine. Let's see, what is that next? Is August 17th better?
Yes, it is, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. We'll reset you for the 17th to give you an opportunity to get what you need in the case, and we'll see you back at that time, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. And I'm assuming we'll be mail notice on that one.
Yes, the same way that you received it this time.
All right.
Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Are we excused?
We are.
As soon as you get the offer, I guess Ms. Githia is gonna send that to you. So is that gonna be by email, Ms. Githia?
Yes, as soon as I get his email in the chat, I'll send it over.
Okay. Are you able to put your email in the chat, Mr. Elliott?
I'm doing so now, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'm on my
All right.
phone.
Very
It's taking
good.
me just a little bit longer than usual.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. And you're free to go once you complete that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Position 20, Chad Owens. I have down that Mr. Owens' attorney is Latanya Askew. Position 21, Alan Pittman.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Pittman. Hope you're well. Let's see, do you have a private attorney or would you like to seek the assistance of a public defender today?
I'm a public defender.
Okay, so if you also go into the chat and begin the process, put your information in the chat also so that someone can reach out to you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Position 22, Jordy Quinones.
Will Kelball on behalf of Mr. Quinones.
Hey, Mr. Kelbo, how are you today?
Doing well, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good to see you. What are we gonna do with your client today?
Your Honor, I received a call from Miss Marshall Story yesterday, and she conveyed an offer. I have not had a chance to discuss it with my client, and also my main concern, I'm going to ask for a continuance because he's not a citizen, and I want to research the impact on his immigration status.
Okay. Would the August 10th date work for you?
Yes, that should be good.
Okay, we'll reset you to the 10th. Anything further this morning, Mr. Kelbaugh?
No, Your Honor.
All right.
Mr. Quinones is present. May we be
Okay.
excused?
Yes, I see you. Yes, have a good day. Good to see you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Position 23, Tashaka Rucker.
I'm here.
Good morning, Ms.
Good morning.
Rucker. Let's see, do you have a private attorney or would you like to seek the assistance of a public defender today?
Oh, public defender.
Okay, so if you will also go into the chat and begin the process and put your information in the chat also so that we can have someone contact you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Position 24, Richard Schneider.
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Schneider.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here.
Good morning, Mr. Moore. How are you today?
I'm good. We received the discovery yesterday. I spoke with Madam Prosecutor yesterday afternoon. I provided some information to her. I don't anticipate that we're going to reach a resolution today. If the court would put this over to the August calendar where we can have some more discussions unless the state objects, I think that would be the appropriate remedy today.
Okay, that's fine with the court. So August 10th reset, it'll be 9 o'clock. Hopefully you all can get everything you need by that time and we'll see if we can move it forward, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
All right, have a good day.
You too.
You also, Mr. Schneider. Position 25, David Soto.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Soto. How are you?
Good, and you?
Good morning, Judge. This is Steve Cowan. I'm here for Mr. Soto.
Good morning, Mr. Cowan. Let's see, what are we going to do with Mr. Soto today?
Judge, we can dispose of this by plea today. It's negotiated. My request is that I give the court and or the solicitor permission to sign on mine and Mr. Soto's behalf and do the plea that way. We didn't get the plea paperwork. It's not Ms. Githier's fault, but we didn't get the plea paperwork until late last night, and I've got COVID or something. So,
sorry to hear that. So,
but that would be the best way to dispose of it today, Judge.
Okay, that's fine. So, is this your case, Miss? You handling this case today, Ms. Githier?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so when I get to the end of the calendar, if you will work with Mr. Cohen to get the plea paperwork together, the court would appreciate that.
Okay, I will forward it to Ms. Johnson.
Okay, very good. All right, so we'll be back
Thank you,
once we get everything together.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Position 26, Traviant Swan. Traviant Swan. Position 27, Emmanuel Taylor. Or Emmanuel Taylor.
Yes, Judge, I'm here.
Good morning, Mr. Taylor. Let's see, do you have a private attorney or would you like to seek the assistance of a public defender today?
Yeah, I have a private attorney. He was supposed to be here, but I don't know what's going on.
Okay, Mr. Taylor, what's his or her name?
Ed Adams.
Ed Adams, okay. And have you retained Mr. Adams by paying him?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so do you have his contact information?
Yes, I just called him this morning before the Zoom meeting. He said he was gonna be here. Give him 10 minutes, but he's not here right now.
Okay, so Mr. Taylor, we'll hold for his announcement, okay? So if you'll just hang on for us, we'll get back with you, okay?
Okay.
Yes, this is Mr. Swan.
I'm sorry, sir. What's your name?
This is the victim, Mr. Swan, for Tierra Jones. Just called.
Oh, okay. All right.
Your Honor, I had Ms. Jones had sent a chat line, and told her that the prosecutor, I'm pretty sure, is going to want to speak to the alleged victim. This is position number 13.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, I'm confused now.
So I apologize.
So I'm on position number 27. Right? So is this the alleged victim for position 27?
No, Judge, this
Okay.
person just interrupted the court. He is on position number 13. He can just wait until the court.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dodd. That was my confusion. So he's position number 13.
That is the victim, Judge. Apparently.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Mr. Dodd. I appreciate that. And tell me your name, sir.
Trey Deant Swan.
So you got charged also, Mr. Swan. Is that right?
I'm not sure. She called me, the lady called me from the court office and was just telling me that if I wanted to join in on Zoom, I could as a victim.
Okay. All right, so we'll figure this out, Mr. Swan. Ms. Githier, was this a dual arrest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so he's gonna, if he doesn't have a private attorney, he's gonna need a conflict attorney.
Correct.
All right. So Mr. Swan, were you going to apply for, you know what, I'm gonna come back to you, Mr. Swan. I want you to go put on a shirt so that you can properly be before this court. All right, so. All right, so I'll come back to you at the end of the calendar, sir.
Excuse me, sir. This is the Harris again. How long until the end of the calendar? Because I feel like I have the wrong case on me. Or if it's possible, can you explain the case fully to me?
Okay, let me get to the end of the calendar, Mr. Harris, and I'll come back with you. Okay, so we've got 32 people on the calendar that we need to dispose of. So I'll get back with you and answer any questions that you might have.
Understood.
All right, position 28, Felice Thomas. Felice Thomas. Oh, okay. Ms. Thomas is in court with me. Good morning, Ms. Thomas. Do you have just come up to the microphone, ma'am. Do you have a private attorney or would you like to seek the assistance of a public defender today?
Public defender.
Okay, so we have the paperwork that we're gonna have you fill out and somebody will be down to speak with you, okay?
Okay.
All right, and we'll also need to get do you have a phone with you?
Yes.
Okay, we'll get your contact information so that they can reach out to you, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you, ma'am. You can have a seat. Position 29, Michael Veldell Bell.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Jeff Wolf. I'm counsel for Mr. Velade Bell. I would ask to continue the case. Ms. Githier was kind enough to reach out to me last week by email, but if I could have some additional time.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wolf, I'm having difficulty hearing you. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, let me start over. Good morning, Your Honor. Jeff Wolf.
Good morning.
Can you hear me okay?
If I'm quiet, go ahead. You're just a little low.
I apologize for that.
Okay, that's better. That's better.
Okay. The bottom line, I'm asking to continue the case till August 10th, if the court would allow.
Okay.
Ms. Githier reached out to me last week with an offer, and I would just like some additional time to discuss that with my client and Ms. Githier.
Okay, that's fine. So we'll reset you for August 10th. It'll be at 9 o'clock, and you'll get the notice the same way you received notice for this calendar, okay?
Thank you so much, Your Honor. My client's also present. May we both be excused?
Yes, you all have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. You as well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Let's see, position 30, Michelli Verzonilla, Verzonilla. Position 31, Betty White. Position 32.
I'm here.
Oh, good morning, Ms. White. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing good.
Good. Let's see. Do you have a private attorney or would you like to seek the assistance of a public defender today?
Public defender.
All right. So if you'll go into the chat and put information and begin filling out the paperwork, we'll be back with you. Okay, ma'am?
All right.
Position 32, Kamara Woods.
I'm here, Your Honor. Let me figure out how to make the video work.
Okay, Ms. Woods. You have to unmute yourself, ma'am.
Okay, sorry. I'm here. I do apologize. I came in person, but I wasn't prepared for this.
Okay, so Ms. Woods, let's see. Do you have a private attorney, or would you like to seek the assistance of a public defender today?
A public defender, please.
Okay, and are you in the court or not?
No, I'm still at the courthouse, but I'm not in the court anymore.
Okay. Do you want to come back to the court and fill out the paperwork here?
I don't.
Okay.
Because I'm about to get ready to leave.
So if you will begin the process by going into the chat and put your information so we can have someone contact you. Okay.
Okay, and then that will be done for today.
No, you won't be done for the day until after you speak with the public defender to see if you qualify. And if you do not qualify, then you'll have to come back to the court and we'll have to decide what we're going to do with your case. Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Judge, can we just make it clear? We also need an application from Ms. Woods if she's able to submit that to us today, either by hand or in person, so that we can see if she does qualify.
Right. And so that's
why
I'll
just walk back around there. I'll just walk back around.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
I'll walk back around there. Thank you.
All right, so I thought that might be the easiest way, Ms. Woods, but.
Okay, no worries. I'll just walk back around.
Okay,
there.
all right.
Thank you.
Let's see. Is there anyone that did not hear their name or that joined the call late?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. Carlton Cuthbert.
Okay, let me start.
One right here.
Hold on, I can only take one at a time. So let me go with you. Is it Mr. Colbert?
Yes, sir.
Position number 4, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Cuthbert, let's see. Do you have a private attorney or would you like to seek the assistance of a public defender?
It's been so long. It's been so long. I'm trying to say the assistance of a public defender help me, but I would like to get me I like to get a lawyer, just to hire me a lawyer. I drive trucks. Basically, I like to if I can hire me a lawyer, let him handle it. But I didn't know this case not being a felony or not being a serious case.
Well, Mr. Cuthbert, let me just say, you've been charged with simple battery family violence, and that is a serious charge. It carries with it a maximum penalty of 12 months in jail and or $1,000 fine. So this is a very serious matter. So I'm happy to give you the opportunity to get an attorney. But if you want to see if you qualify for the assistance of a public defender today, I'm happy to give you that opportunity also.
I'm gonna hire me an attorney.
All right, so I'm gonna reset you for August 10th. Okay, that should give you enough time to hire an attorney in the matter.
Yes, sir.
Did I ask for dismiss?
Hold on, Mr. Marks. I'll speak with you in turn. So I'm gonna reschedule it for August 10th, Mr. Colbert. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Mr. Marks, do you have anything to do with Mr. Cuthbert's case?
No.
Okay, so please don't interrupt the court unless you have a matter that you've been called on for. You'll get notice, Mr. Cuthbert, the same way you got this notice. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Anything further?
Yeah. So just that family violence. I was
okay. Mr. Cuthbert, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. Okay. You have solicitors here that are listening to everything you say. Okay. So hire an attorney and let them advise you.
Super.
Okay. Mr. Adams, do you have business before the court this morning? I just want to, okay.
Yes, Your Honor, Manuel.
Okay, you're dismissed, Mr. Cutler. And Mr. Adams, who is your client?
Your Honor, it should be position number 27, Emmanuel Taylor.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, pardon me. You
Yes.
said I'm dismissed?
Yes, you're excused. Have a good day, sir.
Yes, sir. You as well. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Adams, I think you're having connectivity problems. Can you hear me? All right, Mr. Marks, are you on my
I hear
camera?
you. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you on my calendar today?
Yes.
Position 14, okay. And do you have a private attorney, or would you like to seek the assistance of a public defender?
Yeah.
Yes, what, a public defender?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you'll begin the process of filling out the applications to see if you apply, okay? It's in the chat. And if you also put your contact information in the chat for us.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Adams, are you back with us?
Yeah, I'm here, Your Honor. Can you hear me?
Okay, yes, now I can hear you. You're here for Mr. Taylor, position number 27. What are we going to do with Mr. Taylor today?
Yeah, if I could have a moment with the prosecutor, maybe we could resolve it.
Okay. Is this your case, Ms. Githia?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so since we're here, can I just go ahead and put you all in a breakout room to discuss that matter?
Okay.
All right, thank you. So, Mr. Adams, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Ms. Githia so you can discuss an offer in the matter. Okay, let's see. Who else did not hear their name? Okay, yes, Sierra. What's your last name, ma'am?
Hosey. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you today?
Thank you.
I'm well. Please excuse my tardiness.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Let's see, do you have a private attorney, or would you like to seek the assistance of a public defender today?
I would like to seek the assistance of a public defender.
Okay, so if you will also begin the process of filling out an application and put your contact information in the chat for us, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Let's see, anyone else that did not hear their name? All right, Mr. Harris, you had a question for me?
Right, Your Honor. Yes, I would like to know where was the criminal trespassing exactly? Can I get like full detail?
Let's see,
Miss criminal trespassing.
Is this your case?
I had a different.
Hold on, Mr. Harris. You asked me a question. I'm going to see if I can answer that for you. Ms. Riley, do you have the accusation? Is this your case? First of all, I'm sorry.
No problem. Yes, Your Honor, it is.
Would you mind reading him the accusation?
Well, Your Honor, it was a let's see. I have that it was the MARTA College Park Station, but I can pull it up to read the accusation in just a minute.
So it was apparently at the MARTA College Park Station, Mr. Harris.
No, so that day the police gave me
okay,
a MARTA card
Mr. Harris.
Travel back home.
Mr. Harris. You have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have Ms. Riley here, who is a solicitor and is listening to everything you say. You have been charged with criminal trespass. I'm happy to either let you speak with her, but I just want to advise you that a lot of times when people start talking, they think that they're helping their case and they're really not helping their case, okay? So if you would like to have Ms. Riley read to you the accusation, I'm happy to give you that opportunity so that you can be fully aware of what you're charged with. And if you would also like to get an offer from her, I'm also happy to give you that opportunity.
Yes.
Okay.
But so far, I want to see, can I change from guilty to not guilty?
Well, you haven't entered a guilty plea as of yet. So if you want to enter a not guilty plea, I'm happy to enter the not guilty plea. Would you like a bench trial or a jury trial?
Which one will be better for me?
I can't tell you, sir. It's up to you. If you want a bench trial, that's going to be before me next month. If you want a jury trial, the case will be returned to the division judge, and that jury trial could be down quite a ways off, possibly. All right.
Bench
So
trial.
if you request a bench trial, then we're going to have a bench trial on August 24th on this matter.
Bench trial.
Okay. Very good, sir. So we'll send you out a bench trial. We have bench trials in person in court, so we'll send you the information.
First, before I even plead not guilty or have the bench trial, I want to know what exactly am I looking at for years or.
Okay, so I'm happy to give you that opportunity to speak with Ms. Riley to get the offer. Do you have an offer in the case?
Yes, Your Honor. I will place the offer on the record. The state's offer would be 12 months probation, 30 hours of community service, and he would have a stay away from the MARTA College Park Station.
Okay, so that's the offer, Mr. Harris.
And how much would the probation be?
The probation, you'll be on probation until you complete the terms of the probation, which means that once you do the community service, then I would terminate the probation.
So if I do community service, then the probation is terminated?
Yes.
I'd rather go for that to get it out the way.
Okay. So we're going to have you fill out paperwork. Are you at a place where you can get and receive paperwork, Mr. Harris?
Via printer or on phone?
You're gonna need a printer to print it out. So why don't I do this, Mr. Harris? I'm gonna reschedule you for a final plea calendar so that you can work with Ms. Riley to get all the paperwork together.
The thing is, I already got probation for 2 other jails, so I need to go ahead and get this out the way because I'm already paying that off, and I need to get this as soon as possible. So wherever it is, I just need to hurry up. I'm trying to get back on track with my life.
Okay, I appreciate that, Mr. Harris. If you can do it today, we can do it. But if you don't have any way to print off paper and get it back and fill out the paperwork.
I have a printer and a computer.
Okay, so I'll let you work with Ms. Riley. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Harris, if you could place your email address in the chat feature, I will email you the paperwork.
Understood.
All right, very good. Thank you, Ms. Riley.
You're welcome.
And let's see, Mr. Haddad, can we begin, have you and Ms. Helen begin speaking with people?
Absolutely, Judge. I'm just going to go through the chat and go from there. If the court is going to take a few-minute recess, so I can contact and find out where we stand on, because I think we have 10 or 11 applications.
Yes, he's correct, Judge.
And I'm not sure if Ms. Helen needed to speak to the prosecutors on the 2 cases that she already has. I don't know.
Okay, so you'll tell me how you'd like to proceed.
With the court's permission,
yes,
if we can stay online, recess, I'm gonna go through the application, see who qualifies, and Ms. Helen and I will figure out who's reaching out to whom. So.
Okay, all right, very good. And
one last thing, what's my attorney name?
Mr. Harris, you don't have an attorney. You were proceeding
not
pro se.
attorney. I put my email address in. What's her name? So I know she sent it.
You did not request a public defender. I specifically asked you if you wanted a public defender today. You said you wanted to proceed pro se.
I'm talking about so when she emailed me the thing.
Okay,
She's referring to me, Your Honor. That is Denise Riley. It will be coming from Denise Riley at Fulton County.
All right, and it's going to be emailed?
Yes, give me a few moments to prepare the paperwork and it will be emailed to the email address that you placed in the chat.
All right, and the email address is israelmf@gmail.com, and my name, Damaris Harris. Just placed it.
Yes, thank you. I have it.
Thank you. Am I good to go
Okay.
from here?
No, you cannot leave, Mr. Harris.
Understood.
All right, so I am also being, iPhone 2, you'll have to unmute yourself.
Excuse me, Your Honor, I don't mean to interrupt the court, but I'm the alleged victim on position number 1, James Askew's case. I'm asking for the prosecution to dismiss the case in this matter. I sent a chat to the prosecutor that was listed in the chat, and I haven't heard back from her. I'm not sure if we need to speak with her offline or try to get some type of resolve for this case.
Okay, I'll give you the opportunity to speak with her, ma'am. So if you'll just hold on for her. So Ms. Riley, if you can put that on your to-do list for us, I'd appreciate it.
Yes, Your Honor. However, I am not seeing a message in the chat. So she may have sent it to someone else, but it was not to me.
It was a private DM under the prosecutor. I'll send it again though.
Okay. Make sure you send it to Ms. Riley and not one of the other prosecutors. Okay. I don't know your name, iPhone 2. So, and you're on mute. Mr. North, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Who are you here for today?
I am here on behalf of William Montgomery. I'm covering for Susan Miller on that case.
Okay, yes, we had hold for a report. What are you going to do with Mr. Montgomery today?
It just needs to be put on a trial calendar, Judge. We've received an offer, but we choose to put it on a trial calendar.
Okay, so if you'll just hold on for us for a moment, we'll have to get a request for a jury trial, and we'll send you also a case management order, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. And can you put your email in the chat, Mr. North, so we can get that to you?
Yes, Your Honor, just in general chat, or should I send it to someone in particular?
You can send it to Ms. Johnson.
Will do.
Okay, thank you. Okay, back to iPhone 2. Can you iPhone 2, can you unmute yourself? I can't tell if you can hear me. If you can hear me, shake your head. Okay, so I'm not sure how to.
Yes.
Okay, what's your name, sir?
Yes.
What's your name?
I'm Chad Owens.
Say it again.
Chad Owens.
You have a bad connection, sir.
Chad
Owens. Okay.
Owens.
Thank you. Do you have a private attorney, Mr. Owens? Mr. Owens. So it sounds like, looks like you're having difficulty connecting with this call, so we can't hear you. Okay, all right, so we'll be in recess until one of the public defenders gets back.
I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Who is this speaking?
This Mr. Giles. I was trying to see if anyone could talk to the public defender about.
Yes, Your Honor. Me and Mr. Haddad are dividing the cases. Mr. Giles is on my list to contact. We have 7 cases each. If everyone can give us time to call and speak to everyone, we do need that time.
Okay, so if you'll just sit, thank you, Ms. Helen. If you'll just sit tight, Mr. Giles, someone will be with you. Okay.
Your Honor, just for the court's information, Mr. Owens, I believe, has private counsel ask you, is what it shows on the calendar, Judge.
Yes, I saw that also. Thank you, Mr. Haddad. I couldn't get that far with him because I couldn't hear him.
Right. All right, Judge. I'll
Okay.
start working, Your Honor, and with the
Thank you.
court's permission, I'll interrupt every now and then.
Yes, please do. I understand that you'll have a number of people this morning, so I'll wait. I'll hold for your report.
Thank you.
Hello? This Harris again.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, I just realized what station you just said. You said College Park Station? The lady? If I could speak to her again?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Harris, I have, stay away from the College Park MARTA station.
And what exactly happened at the College Park Station?
Mr. Harris, I can't go over the specifics of your case and I shouldn't be in a breakout room with you. I can give you the offer. Would you like for me to read the accusation?
I'd rather have the jury trial. Sorry about that, about taking the thing, because I don't know. The last thing I remember is only
Mr. Harris,
thing I
Mr.
was in
Harris,
trouble.
look, I don't want you to
I
to
don't
hurt
want
the
no
case that
random
you
case
have.
pinned on me. I never been to College Park Station, had any trouble at College Park Station. That's what I'm trying
Your
to
Honor,
say.
would you prefer that I read the accusation to
Yes,
Mr. Harris?
yes, Ms. Riley. Would you read
Thank
the
you.
accusation for the court, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Give me just a second. I, Keith E. Gamage, Solicitor General for the County of Fulton, State of Georgia, in the name and on behalf of the citizens of Georgia, do hereby charge and accuse Demarius Harris with the offense of criminal trespass, a misdemeanor, for the said accused in the county of Fulton, State of Georgia, on or about July 21st, 2020, did intentionally damage the property of MARTA by drawing on the train and Oakland City train station without his or her consent. And the damage thereto was $500 or less in violation of OCGA 16-7-21, contrary to the laws of this state, the good order and peace and dignity thereof.
All right, thank you. Yes, that was right. I'm sorry. I was just getting angry because I thought that was some whole different case. Because originally the charge was simply just damage of property. But that's why when you said criminal trespassing, that's what got me. It was originally damage of property. I don't know why I say criminal trespassing, but I'll do the community service for that and I left the email there.
Yes, I'm working on preparing the paperwork. So just give me a few moments to send it to you. Okay, Mr. Harris?
Understood.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, this is James Askew from position 1. I'm trying to, are we trying my case today or something? I'm trying to figure out why.
Mr. Askew, we have a number of people that the solicitors is dealing with today. We're going to get to your case as soon as we possibly can. So we understand that you do have someone on the line that wants to speak with Ms. Riley. And until we can do that, we can't move the case forward. So if you can just give the court some time, we will certainly.
Yeah, I understand, but why wasn't I afforded the opportunity to like plea or I mean anything like that, like the other people? Because the first thing I asked you if you had a private attorney, you said you did, and I asked you if you wanted to. I said I had private counsel. Yes.
You did not say that. I've got down that you have.
Yeah, so it's on a recording. You can see it says I have private counsel. This is a recorded session.
So what would you like to, the case is probably not going to be dismissed today, Mr. Askew. I'm happy to let you and the alleged victim speak with Ms. Riley.
Yes, but I understand, Your Honor, but not to be funny, but I was position 1. It was already set. I'm not, and everyone else can kind of get their case. I really have a job or a really important meeting I need to be at in the next 20 minutes. So am I gonna have to just sit here and wait, or can I get to be the next person to speak with the solicitor? With all due respect, Your Honor.
Okay, Madam Solicitor will speak with you as soon as she is, as soon as she's able to, Mr. Askew. So Ms. Riley will have you in her queue.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. Again, this is position 1.
Well, I understand, sir. Okay.
Yes, Judge. Sorry,
yes.
This is Travion Swan. You were saying you was going to get back to me at the end of the calendar call.
Okay, Mr. Swan.
Because I was told to come only voluntarily far as
and Judge, I have him for position 13. He is the alleged victim or alleged accuser. Again, he is on my list.
So Ms. Helena, it's my understanding that this was a dual arrest. So,
okay.
It wasn't an arrest at all.
Well,
we was trying to push for dismissal if I could.
Okay, so Mr. Swan, you have today, Ms. Helen, I believe that you're handling the co-defendant, is that right?
Correct. I'm handling position 13.
Okay,
Ms.
yes,
Jones.
and it's my understanding that this was a dual charge in the case, that both Ms. Jones and Mr. Swan were both charged with simple battery family violence. Okay, so it's my understanding, Mr. Swan, that Ms. Helen and the public defender's office won't be able to handle your case because that would be a conflict with handling of Ms. Jones's case. So as such, we can either see if you qualify for a conflict attorney, or you can seek to have a private attorney represent you. I understand that you want to see if you can have the charges dismissed, but that is not something that the court can do. That is something that that the solicitor's office would have to do after reviewing the case.
So would there have to be a mediator, or will I mean, can I represent myself?
Yes, sir. You can represent yourself, and I'm happy to let one of the solicitors tell you what the offer in the case is today, if that's what you would like. If you want to seek private attorney, or if you want to seek a conflict attorney, I'm happy to give you that opportunity also. We do not have any conflict attorneys available today, so your case would have to be reset to a different date so that we could have someone on the line to assist you if you qualify for their services.
Okay, and that would that's the best way to move towards as far as a dismissal if both parties are on agreement.
So if you want to hang on the line, Mr. Swan, while Ms. Helen talks to the solicitor about Ms. Jones, then possibly we would be able to move your case forward today. But I don't.
Well,
is that all right with you, Ms. Helen?
He's position 26. If he is the co-defendant in position 13, he will have to have a conflict attorney from our office. We can submit a request for Mr. Swan, but I will only be able to represent position 13. I
believe that that's what I have told him, Ms. Helen. If he has an understanding as to if you can speak with the solicitor regarding Ms. Jones, then maybe we would be able to handle Mr. Swan's case also if he wants to proceed pro se.
Understood, Judge.
Okay. All right. Is that what you want to do, Mr. Swan?
Yes, please, sir.
Okay. So just hold on the line and I'll get back with you. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Excuse me. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I was trying to speak to you earlier. I was having connectivity issues.
Yes. Tell me your name again, Mr. Owens.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Owens, I have down that you have a private attorney in this matter, Latanya Askew, is that right?
Yes.
Is Ms. Askew going to be joining us this morning?
She should be present.
Okay, would you do the court a favor? Do you have her contact information?
I do.
Okay, would you call her and tell her that the court is waiting for her report on your case?
Yes.
Okay, so if you'll do that for us and get back with me and let me know, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Mr. Owens. All right, so the court will be in recess until the public defender.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is Adam. We have an announcement.
Okay, what's the announcement?
Or a request that I've been made an offer. I need time to discuss it with my client. Can we continue this to August 10th?
Yes, that'll be fine. So we will send you out a reset date for August 10th, and hopefully you all will be able to get it resolved by that time.
Okay, thank you, Honor. Maybe we get excused.
Yes, that's position 27, Mr. Taylor. Yes, have a good day.
Thank you.
One last thing.
I just wanted to update on position 12. Is Mr. Jones still pro se, or was Mr. Jones still looking for the services of the public defender's office?
Is Marquavius Jones on the line? Ms. Helen, I
Yes,
don't know.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm still here.
All right, Mr. Jones, did you hear Ms. Helen's question? You're seeking a public defender today?
Correct.
Understood, Judge.
All right, thank you. We'll be back with you, Mr. Jones. Thank you. Yes,
Yes,
Mr. Harris.
For the lady who told me my charges, what's her email so I can make sure that she email me or I can email her? Because last time I done this before and I never got an email back.
Okay, so it's Miss Riley, Denise Riley. So that's,
Yes, Mr. Harris, I'm still preparing the paperwork. I have not emailed you yet. I will let you know as soon as I send the email, okay?
I was trying to see what's your email so I can make sure that just in case if you don't send it, because this happened to me before. The lady, she did this and she never sent me the information. And that's why it carried on till now. But this happened like at least 2 or 3 years ago.
I'm sending it to you in the chat, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Honor, I have a couple announcements with the court's permission.
okay, yes, Mr. Dodd.
All right, Judge, position number 21, Alan Pittman. Mr. Pittman does not qualify for the services of Public Defender's Office. He should still be on. He may want to talk to the prosecutor. I'm not really sure, Judge, but he does not qualify for our services, Judge.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dodd. I'll get back with him.
And also position number 23, Ms. Rucker, she does qualify, Judge. I'm gonna respect for request to reset to the 10th or whatever court date court has. That'll give me enough time to speak to the prosecutor.
Okay, so we'll reset Ms. Rucker to August 10th.
And may I inquire, do you know who the prosecutor is? Would it be Ms. Marshall Story or Ms. Riley or Ms. Githea? I'm not sure how they're.
I think that Ms. Githea is handling
Ms. Riley?
position 23. Is that
Yes.
right?
Correct, Your
That
Honor.
is correct.
Okay, all right.
Yes, all right, I'll note it down and can Ms. Rucker be excused, Judge?
Yes. Have
Can
a
I
good day.
can I have the prosecutor's name so I can let my pretrial officer know? Because I report once a month and I have to let her know how my court went.
Okay.
Ms. Rucker?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Rucker, I think you provided us with your email. I'll provide you my contact information and you can have the
Okay.
pretrial person contact me if they have any questions.
Okay. Thank you.
You're
You
welcome.
have a good day.
All
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Judge.
Alan Pittman.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Pittman, it's my understanding that you don't qualify for the services of the public defender. So you will either have to hire private counsel or proceed pro se. You've been charged in case 20 CR 004110F with criminal trespass and damage to property. Would you like to see what the solicitor's offer on this matter is today to get it resolved, or you have the right to either, if you want to plead not guilty, you have the right to have a bench trial or a jury trial on the matter?
I want to seek private counsel, but I do want to know the solicitor. I do want to hear the solicitor's offer.
Okay. Is this your, Ms. Githea, could you put the offer on the record, please?
Yes, Your Honor. For criminal trespass and damage to property, the offer is 12 months of probation, domestic violence intervention program, and no further contact with the victim.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll seek a private attorney.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you till August 10th to get a private attorney, Mr. Pittman.
Okay.
And I'll reschedule you for that date. If you don't have an attorney by that time, you'll have to be prepared to let me know whether you want to enter into a non-negotiated plea, have a bench trial, or have a jury trial. If you have an attorney at this time, then I'll give him the opportunity or her the opportunity to discuss with the state. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we'll reset you to August 10th, and you'll get notification of that date. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You have a good day, Mr. Pittman.
You too.
Thank you. Okay.
Mr. Harris, I just sent an email to your email address.
All right, I got it, ma'am.
Okay. Ms. Hornsby, are you still there?
Yes, Judge.
I understand that we have emailed you that paperwork, so I just want to make sure that you've received it, and if you have, then you're free to go.
I haven't received it.
Let me see. Tell her,
Let's
hold on
see.
one second.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Let's see. We'll look again.
Reboot it.
Your Honor, while you're waiting for Ms. Hornsby, I think it's Shanika Askew, the victim on position number 1. I can go into a breakout room to speak with her. I see that Mr. Askew, the defendant, is asking to, I guess, be allowed to rejoin once the court is ready to proceed. I'm not sure that Mr. Askew understands how court works, because if we were in person, he would be sitting there and not working. So I don't know if you need to give him any further instructions, but just wanted to let you know he put that note in the chat.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Riley. So, so let me put you into a breakout room with what was her name?
Miss Shanika Askew.
Ms. Askew, are you still with us, Ms. Askew?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, so I'm going to put you into a breakout room with Ms. Riley, okay, so that you can discuss this matter.
Okay.
All right, and if you'll activate your camera for us also, that would be appreciated. So can we put Ms. Askew and Ms. Riley into a breakout room, please?
No, it ain't. Oh, that's it. It's here. So this is the Hornsby law firm. Okay. This is the one I don't see it.
I don't see it either. That's what I sent them.
Let's see. Put him on. Put me on. Hello. Judge.
Yes.
This is Louise Hornsby.
Yes.
I don't see any email. I put it the Hornsby Law Firm at yahoo.com, and I don't see anything in response to that. And I'm looking at my cell phone and my the office computer.
Okay. Just a moment, Ms. Hornsby.
Look at that. What is that?
That's what I sent them. I was telling them that this is your email. It's a comment. They're gonna email it. So once they email it, it's gonna be.
But it's wait a minute. This is the email that you gave them.
No, when they asked you for your email, I said email for Attorney Louise Hornsby.
Okay, good.
That's the comment.
All right, so Ms. Hornsby, we're gonna, if you'll just let me know when you receive it, so that the court knows that that you've gotten it, but it should be on its way.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And we'll be in recess until someone gets back with us.
Are we all dismissed?
No, sir. You're going to have to go through that paperwork. You're going to have to fill it out. You're going to have to get back with the court. We're going to have to take a plea, and you're going to have to get instruction from the court as to probation. So the first thing that you need to do, Mr. Harris, is that if you've received the paperwork, you need to print it out and fill it out.
Right here, right now?
Yes, that's what we're doing.
On the phone still?
Okay. You're the
Or
one.
are you-
Yes, sir. So go ahead and get that done.
All right, I have to actually go to the library. The printer in my house is saying to start working.
Okay. Well, how long is it going to take you to get to a library?
It's right down the street from me.
Okay, well, go ahead and get that done.
So stay on the chat.
Yes, please, sir.
Understood. And one more thing, while I'm doing this, so the lady said my offer was that, is it possible for me to get time served as well? Can she see if that's a valuable offer?
No, the offer is going to be 20 hours of community service. So there's no time served because she's not requesting any jail time.
All right, so just community service, understood.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Excuse me, did he go on recess?
Yes, who's speaking?
Chad Owens.
Yes, Mr. Owens. Have you been able to contact your counsel?
I did, and they wanted me to tell you that she's in Judge Houston's courtroom right now, courtroom 4A.
Okay.
And then she's on a hearing specialty set, and that it should take 30 to 45 minutes, and that she'll be able to log in as soon as that's over.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Owens. We will we'll hold for her announcement. And hopefully she'll get with us before this court is over, but we'll hold. So thank you, Mr. Owens. I appreciate you doing that for the court, okay?
Thank you.
Mr. North, are you there?
Yes, Judge, I'm here.
I've signed the paperwork regarding that. We're going to email it to you. So you're free to go, and your client. We've gotten all that signed.
Fantastic.
So,
we appreciate it and have a good
Okay.
day. And Mr. Montgomery, you're excused. We'll be in touch.
all right. Y'all have a good day.
You too, sir.
Let's see, Ms. Githier, are you there?
Yes, Your Honor.
And let me see, is Mr. Cohen still with us? On position number 25 for David Soto.
I'll settle one. Judge, I'm here for Mr.
Okay,
Soto.
so I received paperwork, but it's not the guilty plea is not paperwork is not complete. How are you all going to do that?
I don't know which part is incomplete, Judge, but my ambition was to simply have, excuse me, let me sit up here. Everybody's calling me, and my ambition was to simply have the plea waiver read, get the answers on the record, I've gone over the Boykin rights with my client, and then have someone sign with our express permission on the record, both the accusation and the plea waiver.
Okay, well, I'm not comfortable with that because I would prefer that you go through the questions with your client and that we have your client's signature on the paperwork.
Okay. Of course, I have, gone over the Boykin rights, which are the more favored or essential, I guess, constitutional rights. Whatever the court wants to do, I just know early in COVID, we did a lot of these where it was read on the record, either the court or the solicitor signed on our behalf with our permission on the record. I'm fine with it if the court is. If the court's not, I guess we'll just have to reset it.
Okay, you want to weigh in on this, Ms. Githia?
Yes, Your Honor. I understand what you're saying, that each individual question needs to be addressed with counsel's client, Mr. Soto. If you would prefer that they're actually filled out by the defendant, we can set it on a plea calendar.
Okay. Yeah.
Perhaps, Judge, if I could just weigh in, Judge, perhaps set it far enough out where it might be an in-person calendar.
Yes, that's fine with me. So how far do you want to set? I mean, I've got this August 10th calendar.
I can't tell you that August 10th won't work, but I've got murder and armed robbery from now until I retire. So it's just hit and miss. What day of the week is that?
It's a Wednesday.
Okay. Well, Wednesday's better than Monday, Judge.
Okay. Yeah. All of my Orca calendars are on Wednesday, so I'm happy to set it to whenever you want it set to on a Wednesday.
We can give it a shot on August 10th, Judge.
Okay. Well, very good. So we'll reset this for August 10th. And if you want to appear in person, that's fine with the court. If you just want to get the paperwork in to Ms. Githia prior to that time and appear over Zoom, that's fine with the court also.
Okay. Thank you
All
for reminding me of that, Judge.
August 10th. All right. We'll see you all back then. Mr. Soto, we'll see you back then also. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Judge, can I make a quick announcement?
Yes. Give me just one moment.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome, Ms. Askew. Anything further, Mr. Cohen?
No, Your Honor.
All right. You all have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Yes, Ms. Askew.
Judge, I'm so sorry for being late. I'm on State versus Chad Owens. State versus Chad Owens. My assistant wrote it down incorrectly. She put it down for 12, and I was actually with Judge Houston in an emergency hearing. So we finished. So I do apologize, but I am here, and my client is also logged in.
Okay, you're fine, Ms. Askew. Your client's been very forthcoming with the court and called and let us know what was going on with you. So let's see. What are we going to do with Mr. Owens today? Have you had an opportunity to speak with the prosecutor?
I spoke with Ms. Marshall's story via phone, and I think it was what's today, Wednesday? It was this past Monday. It's our position, Judge. This was a 2020 case. These are parties that have been married. They are currently divorced. I actually handled the divorce. They have one minor child together. Parties got into an argument in front of the minor child. Mom called the police, said that my client, she was scared of my client, that my client had done this and that. As soon as the police arrested my client, she contacted me, contacted my client's parents, apologized. She was upset. My client spent maybe 7 or 8 days in Fulton County, Rice Street. He was bonded out. After that, my client proceeded to file a divorce. My client has joint physical custody, 50-50 custody of their minor daughter. They have been co-parenting. I relayed the court order to Ms. Marshall's story, the final judgment and decree, the parenting plan, the child support addendum. She called the alleged witness. Alleged witness says that my client needs anger management, which I think is kind of hilarious because for the past 2 or 3 years, I have not heard from the mother. I have not heard from my client other than my client contacted me to get a status update on this criminal case. So what she's offering is that my client do some anger management and of course, no violent contact with the mother. No violent contact with the mother is fine. But for him to have to do anger management when it's our position, Judge, he didn't do anything wrong. She did say, prosecutor said she was concerned about the child cruelty charges. Child cruelty charges stem from the couple arguing in front of the child. And my client is on the line now. He doesn't want to do anger management classes. This is a 3-year-old case. He's been divorced. Mom has moved on. He's moved on. And he shares not every other weekend with his daughter. He has his daughter a little bit more than the mother has, a little bit over 50% of the time.
Okay, so I guess, do you want to respond, Ms. Githia?
Yes, Your Honor. Again, like she said, she did speak with Ms. Marshall's story. Excuse me. And according to the notes, I'm just covering for Ms. Marshall's story. She is requesting that family violence intervention take place. And I can only go by what Ms. Marshall's story is requesting in this case.
Okay, so I guess, Ms. Askew, your options will be a non-negotiated plea, if that's what you want, a bench trial that will be before me in the very near future, or a jury trial on the matter. It'll be returned to the division judge. And you'll get that jury trial whenever that comes about. So I'm happy to entertain either for this court, either a non-negotiated plea or a bench trial.
Your Honor, well, let me ask you this. If my client decides to do the non-negotiated plea and does the anger management per the prosecutor or per the state, he's never pled NOLO before, would you accept a NOLO plea, and will he be eligible to have his record expunged?
So he's charged with battery family violence, cruelty to children in the 3rd degree, and simple battery family violence. And again, I don't know anything about these charges at the present time. And if you say that he does not have a history, I would have to have pretrial to verify that. I would make the determination regarding the sentence once I hear the facts of the case, once I know what the history is, and once I hear what both you and Ms. Githia or whoever the solicitor is has to say regarding the matter.
Okay.
So I guess I can't answer your question at the present time.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
I certainly would entertain, if he does not have a history, I certainly would entertain your argument regarding a NOLO in the case, especially with what you're telling me. So that's I guess the most I can say at this point in time with the knowledge that I have of the case.
Yes, sir. So what I'll do is get with my client. I'll speak with him and see how he wants to move forward, whether he wants to bench, jury trial, or to do anger management. And then I'll get back with Ms. Marshall's story.
Okay. Can we reset this for August 10th? Do you think you can get that done by then?
I think we can have it done before then. My client wants this done sooner than later, but I'm okay with August the 10th. And then if we get it resolved before then, we can let Your Honor know.
Okay, that's fine. So we'll reset you for August 10th. If you want to be placed on an earlier calendar, let us know. And otherwise, I guess we'll see you back then, okay?
Will we get a e-file notice up here?
You'll get the notice the same way you got it this time.
Okay, and I'll make sure I put it on the calendar and not my assistant. Thank
Very
you so
good.
much.
Thank you, Ms. Askew. And Ms.
Bye-bye.
Owens, you have a good day. I appreciate your assistance this morning.
And,
Okay.
and Your Honor, we just
Okay,
have,
hold on 1 second for me. Let me dismiss everyone here. So Ms. Askew and Mr. Owens, you're free to go.
Thank you.
Ms. Hornsby, I see that you've come back on the screen. Have you gotten the paperwork?
Yes, Your Honor, I've gotten the paperwork. We plead not guilty. We request a jury trial. We waive arraignment and request 10 days to file motions. And my client, excuse me, I didn't know the procedure, so I excused my client to go to work, and he went to work. And I don't know how to get this paper to him, but he did give me permission to sign his name. So,
okay, so if you'll
and then we can send the papers back.
Okay, very
Send
good.
it through an email. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right, so if you have no further business before the court, Ms. Hornsby, you're free to go. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. So Mr. Haddad and Ms. Helen.
Yes, Judge. Go ahead, Ms. Helen.
yes, Judge, we are trying to contact some of the individuals who have requested a public defender. They are not answering. So again, we're asking all who have requested the assistance of a public defender, submit your name, first and last, your email address in the chat, and the working contact number so we can contact you guys. We also need you to submit completely the public defender application so that we can verify that you qualify. We need all of these things, guys. Miss Tiara Jones, I don't have a number for you. Can you please enter that into the chat? Miss Marati, please enter that into the chat. Alan Pittman, please enter that into the chat. Tasha Rucker, please enter your contact information into the chat.
There's no need for Mr. Pittman. I've already talked to him, and he does not qualify.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Ms. Helen. Mr. Haddad?
Judge, I do have some announcements for the court.
Okay.
Position number 9, Sierra Hosey. I think, she's back, Judge. She does qualify for the services of the Public Defender's Office. I would respectfully request a reset to the 10th of August. It might be one of those cases we were able to figure something out by then, Judge.
Okay, we'll reset Ms. Hosey until August 10th. You'll get notice, Ms. Hosey.
Thank you.
You have a good day, ma'am.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, I also have 2 other cases. Both folks are in the courtroom or should be. Position number 28, Felice Thomas.
Yes.
Hopefully she's back in the courtroom, Judge. She does qualify. I'm going to ask the reset for the 10th with the court's permission.
Okay, so Ms. Thomas, you do qualify. So it's my understanding from Mr. Haddad, he was requesting a reset of your case until August 10th. Okay, so we'll see you back on August 10th. Okay, you'll get notification, ma'am. Okay. All right, you have a good day.
You too.
I have dismissed her, Mr. Haddad. Is that all right with you?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
And position number 32, Woods, Kamara Woods. Likewise, I believe that person is in the courtroom, Judge. They do qualify. Respect for request to reset to the 10th of August.
Okay, so you do qualify, Ms. Woods, and Mr. Haddad's requesting an August 10th reset, okay? You will also get notification. Okay, you have a good day, ma'am.
And I'm assuming that those last 2 cases are Ms. Gathea's cases, perhaps?
Correct.
Okay, all right, great. Thank you. And Your Honor, with the court's permission, if I can get the assistance of the litigation manager, it appears that position number 31, Betty White, she's still on the Zoom, but I can't seem to call her. Her phone apparently is broken. I don't know if I can be placed in a breakout room, Judge, so I can speak to her.
Okay. Ms. White, are you there? Betty White, are you with us?
It was a second ago, Judge, and then
yes, I am.
Okay, yeah, Ms. White, can you activate your camera for the court?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So we're gonna place you into a breakout room with Mr. Haddad so that you can have a discussion, okay? So,
yes.
So if we can place Mr. Haddad and Ms. White into a breakout room, please.
Thank you.
And
Yes.
Your Honor, can I, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Ms. Helen.
I apologize. ASG Riley and ASG Gathaya, I'm not sure who has the positions or how you guys have split the calendars. I just wanted to see who has offers for 2, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, and 18, 21 for those positions. Whenever you guys can get to it. I'm busy.
Yes, Miss Helen, I have positions 1 through 16.
Okay.
EVA has 17 through 32. I will get, but again, you rattled off a lot of numbers. Which ones were in the first half?
2, 6, 9, 12, 13, and 14.
Okay.
And,
I will get them.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And then Ms. Gathaya, then the 18 and 21.
And Judge Morrow, I did speak with Ms. Shanika Askew. The state is not in a position to make a decision on her request at the moment. So I did not know how you wanted to address Mr. Askew's case this morning. His options are either to accept the state's offer, which I can put on the record, which is 12 months to serve 2 days, credit for time served upon arrest. He would complete a family violence intervention program and 40 hours of community service if he chose to take the state's offer.
Mr. Askew, are you still there? James Askew.
I am, Your Honor. I am, yes.
Okay, so
You have
Mr. Askew.
to do your tower. The only thing you have to do
sorry.
is
I'm not sure where that's coming from. Is that?
Here's an example.
Go ahead, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Mr. Askew, the solicitors had the opportunity to speak with Ms. Askew. It's my understanding that they are not in a position to dismiss the charges at this time.
No problem, Your Honor. I was
Okay.
just going to go ahead and plead not guilty and ask for a jury trial, just like everyone else.
Okay, so what I would suggest to you, Mr. Askew, is that if you are going to hire an attorney, you go ahead and do that at your earliest opportunity. We're going to send you some paperwork requesting a jury trial, and we're also going to send you a case management order. So your case is going to be returned to the division judge, and you'll get notification of your next hearing date. Have you placed your contact information into the
I was not asked to, Your Honor. I could do that right now. No problem.
Okay, go ahead and do that, and we will get you that paperwork and ask that you return it to the court, okay?
Thanks, Your Honor.
All right. Oh, yeah, he's gonna have to fill that out and get it back to her. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have your information. If we can just get, I'm gonna release him so that he can go on to work. So Mr. Askew?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, you're released, but as soon as you get the paperwork, if you will return the jury trial demand to the court, we'd appreciate it, and you will have your case management order for your files, okay?
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. You have any other questions for me this morning?
No, Your Honor.
All right, have a good day, sir.
You as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's see. We will again be in recess until one of the public defenders returns.
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Harris.
Hey, I have the paperwork printed.
Okay, do you have a way to get it back? Return it to Miss Riley?
Yeah, so I need to mail it to her, or do I need to like take pictures and send it to her?
You need to scan it to her if you can. We need to get a copy with your signature on it.
All right, and can I get back on the phone with her so I can know what exactly how to sign this?
I can't instruct
Right.
you on how to sign, Mr.
Right.
Harris.
You're gonna have to go through the paperwork by question, and answer each question, sir.
So for the one that's saying guilty or nolo, she said I can do community service, right? So just put guilty.
If you're pleading guilty, then that's what you would put, is that you're pleading guilty to the charge. And
Yes,
Miss-
I do the community service, right?
that was the offer. Is that correct, Ms. Riley? How much
Yes.
community service?
Your Honor, I believe it was the 30 hours of community service, but let me just double check. Yes, 30
I
hours.
thought it was 20 hours.
30 hours of community service.
All right. All right, I'm gonna fill this out, and you do want me to send pictures or email?
No, I will need for you to scan it back to Ms. Riley.
How do you exactly scan this?
Oh.
Hello?
Okay. Yes, Mr. Harris. Do you have an iPhone?
No, I don't have an iPhone. I don't think you can scan this. There's no barcode on these papers. So only other way I can do it is either mailing or take a picture and send it to her email.
Okay. All right, Mr. Harris, we're gonna need that paperwork. We have a final plea calendar on July 6th. Do you want to complete the paperwork and get it back to Ms. Riley and come back on July 6th?
Yeah, but go to the actual what location? I need to know where I'm taking this to or when.
Well, by that time, hopefully you can find yourself a scanner to email it back to Ms. Riley. Are you able to do that?
That's what I'm saying. So a scanner is like
And
I'm
an
supposed to
email, it's
scan.
not a barcode, Mr. Harris. It doesn't involve a barcode. On a lot of printers, there is an option for you to feed the paperwork into the scanner, scan it, which essentially takes a picture of it, and then you have the option of emailing it to the
Let
email
me
address.
ask them if they have a scanner right quick.
Mr. Haddad, do you have an announcement?
Yes, Judge, I do. Position number 31, Betty White, she does qualify for our services. If I can speak to Ms. Gethea, I don't know if we're able to, I mean, the alleged victim is currently in custody on a battery on this defendant. So, and there might be a conflict issue as well because it looks like we represent him. But anyway, let me speak to the prosecutor if she's available.
Okay. Would you like to go into a breakout room?
That'd be great, Judge.
Okay, so if we can put Mr. Haddad and Ms. Gethea into a breakout room, please.
Thank you, Judge.
I apologize, Judge. Are you guys waiting for me? Okay, maybe not. Sorry.
Mr. Dunn?
Thank you, Judge. Judge, on position number 31, Ms. White, if we can just reset her case to the 10th of August, I'm gonna have to conflict out of the case. Looks like our office represents the alleged victim on at least an aggravated assault and potentially another misdemeanor. That's why he's in custody right now. This is the alleged victim. Anyway, I relayed the information to the prosecutor. I'll get an attorney appointed.
Okay.
I don't know how far it's gonna go, but unfortunately I can't, it's too messy for me to get involved.
Okay, that's fine, Mr. Haddad. So we will reset to August 10th and have a conflict attorney reach out to Ms. White.
Yes, Judge, and I'll take care of that on my end.
Okay.
Get somebody appointed. Ms. White, there'll be an attorney that's gonna be contacting you to represent you, okay?
Yes.
Just make sure to get back on Zoom on the 10th, assuming it is by Zoom. Is that correct, Judge?
Yes, it is.
And can they send me an email of that if you don't mind?
I will send you an email with my contact information, Ms. White, in case you don't hear from anybody. You can feel free to contact me, okay?
Yes, thank you.
All right, I'll do that right now.
Okay. Have a good day, Ms. White.
You too.
Mr. Haddad, who are you going to go to next?
I'm not sure. I was gonna reach out to Ms. Helen, find out who I need to. I'm caught up, so to speak. So
Okay.
I'm here to help out, obviously, as fast as I can. So Ms. Helen, you can text me or you can tell me now which ones you want me to talk to or track down or however you want to do it.
Sure, I have some announcements, if we're ready.
Okay.
I don't have any contact for Marquavius Jones. I haven't been able to contact him, and he hasn't given any contact in the chat. But for
Hold on. Let me just see if I can address that. Marquavius Jones, are you on the line? Oh, we have. Do you need the number, Miss Helen?
A cell phone number for
Okay.
Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones, are you on the line? He's not responding. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Miss Helen.
So yes, for position 12, I have no contact. For position 13, she does not qualify for the public defender services. However, she would like to speak with Solicitor Riley or ASG Riley about her case, position 13.
Okay, so since she does, okay, well, all right, she has the co-defendant in this matter. All right, so I'll get back with her. Miss Helen, go ahead.
And then position 14, Judge, I guess I want to ask how to move forward with this. Luke Marks, I have been advised by his mother, who has been submitting information for him. He may not be able to move forward on his own. I don't know how to move forward with that. He's suffering from some mental health issues that is preventing him from helping me give him legal representation. So I don't know how to move forward. Should I ever?
Your Honor, if I may, Ms. Marshall's story indicated that she has already made a referral for mental health court.
Right.
We're
Okay.
just waiting for that to come back. So I was asking Ms. Helen if we could reset the case until
Yes.
that was approved.
Yes.
Okay, when would you like to reset it for?
If we could try the August 10th date, I don't know if that gives them enough time.
Well, are we waiting on the referral to come back to see if
he qualifies, correct?
Okay, well, let's start them at the August 10th calendar to see if it's come back. If not, we can certainly reset it again.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Riley. And Ms. Helen, could you inform
yes,
Mr. I guess
Marks
Marks and his mother?
His mother. Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Go ahead.
And I do believe, oh yeah, 2021. I'm sorry, Mr. Haddad, if I confused that. She does not qualify, or he does not qualify for the public defender.
Which position?
21.
Oh, okay. We've already reset him.
So I'm just waiting, or I'm about to speak to position 18. I am just still waiting for Mr. Jones to call me back, and I have offers for positions 2 and 6 that I just need to relay to them.
Okay, so how would you like to proceed? Do you want to speak with 18 first, or you want to go back to 2 and 6?
I'm going to speak to 18 first, and then I'm going to go
Okay.
back to 2 and 6 to relay the
Okay,
offer.
is there anyone that Mr. Haddad can handle? No?
If he wants to call 18, I can just then.
Okay, well, why
relay
don't we
the
do that?
offers to
Mr.
2.
Dodd, can you handle position 18? And then that will free Ms. Helen up to go back to position 2 and 6.
Absolutely, Judge.
Okay, very good.
And
Thank you.
Miss Marati's information is in the chat.
Okay, and
Excuse me.
If I can have a recommendation through the chat line from the prosecutor as position number 18.
Okay, so that's going to. Ms. Marati, are you with us? Ms. Marati?
Yes, I'm here.
Excuse me.
Yes, can I just put you into a breakout room, Mr. Haddad?
Sure.
Ms. Marati?
That works.
Yes.
Okay, why don't we do that? So let's put Ms. Marati and Mr. Haddad into a breakout room.
Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir, I'll be right with you.
Okay, understood.
Okay? All right, yes, Mr. Jones.
Yes, I was trying to see about with the solicitor and things, what was going on.
Okay, have you located a place where you can get the paperwork back to Ms. Riley?
I have a computer here.
Okay, does a computer have a scanner on it or a way for you to get the paperwork to her by email?
No, I don't have a printer, but I could go somewhere else and probably get it printed. I mean, do I have to like turn
Well,
in
it's not
exactly
about
now
getting it.
or?
I'm sorry. I need for you to fill out the paperwork first. So that's the first step. You'd have to go through each of those questions line by line.
Your Honor, I apologize for interrupting, but
That's all right.
Mr. Jones is represented by the Public Defender's Office. She indicated she had no contact with him. Mr. Harris is supposed to be sending
Correct.
work.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what
correct.
I heard, man. I was trying to see. I didn't see it in here. The lady.
Marquavius Jones just needs to give me his cell number. Mr. Jones, go ahead and give me your cell number.
478-550-1387.
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. You're welcome.
All right, so let me go to position 13, Tiara Jones.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning again, Ms. Jones. And I believe that the other case in the matter is position 26. Mr.
Yes, Your
Swan.
Honor.
Yes, Mr. Swan.
Okay, all right, so it's my understanding, Ms. Jones, that you don't qualify for the Public Defender Service. As such, you have I'm gonna have Ms. Riley put on the record the offer for both you and Mr. Swan. You're gonna have the option of being able to accept the offer, or you can have a bench trial or a jury trial if you're not satisfied with what the state offers you. Okay, so let me just get the offers on the table and then we'll move forward from there, okay?
Okay, this is
Yes,
what you
Your
were
Honor.
speaking of when you were speaking of the dismissal, Your Honor?
Say it again, Mr. Swan?
I said, was this what you were speaking of when you were speaking of the dismissal?
Yes, I wanted you to hang around so that Ms. Jones could speak with the solicitor. It's my understanding that they are not going to dismiss the case or the cases. As such, I want her to put the offer on the table, and then I'll come back to you all so that you can tell me how you'd like to proceed, okay?
Okay.
All right, so Ms. Riley, do you have both those offers?
Your Honor, I just have Miss Jones. I believe Miss Gideaya has Mr.
Okay.
Swan.
So if you would give Ms. Jones the offer.
Yes, Your Honor. If you chose to take the state's offer, Ms. Jones, it would be 12 months on probation, complete a family violence intervention program, and have no violent contact with Mr. Swan.
Okay, and Ms. Githia, what is the offer for Mr. Swan?
My offer is, the offer is similar, Your Honor, 12 months probation, family violence intervention program, and no violent contact with Tierra Jones.
Okay, so those are the offers. Your options now are, if you want to plead to this charge, we can move forward. If you want to have a bench trial on the matter, we'll reset it for a bench trial in the very near future. If you would like to have a jury trial on the matter, we can return this to the division judge and you'll get notification of your next hearing date. If you want to have the opportunity to speak to see if to hire private counsel, I'm happy to do that also so that they can advise you on this matter. Ms. Jones, I do know that you don't qualify for a public defender. Mr. Swan, I don't know whether or not you would qualify for a conflict defender. You wouldn't be able to utilize a public defender because they've already heard information from Ms. Jones. But if you do want to see if you qualify for a conflict defender, we can make that happen. If you want to have a private attorney, then I'm happy to reset it so that you can get legal advice. Okay.
Okay.
Let me start with Ms. Jones. How would you like to proceed, Ms. Jones?
I had a question. Is it probation or a family violence?
No, you'll be on probation. The Family Violence Intervention Program, I believe, is about a 6-month program that you would be on probation during the course of completing that program.
I would like to seek some private counsel to push for dismissal.
All right. So do you think that you can get private counsel by August 10th?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to reset you for August 10th, pending counsel. If you get counsel, then your counsel, he or she, will be able to address the court. If you don't obtain counsel, what I'm going to need for you to be ready to do, Ms. Jones, is to either tell me whether you want a bench trial or a jury trial on the matter, or whether you want to take the offer. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You have any additional questions for me?
No, sir, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Swan, you're in the same situation. Would you like to see if you qualify for the conflict defender, or would you like to see if you for a private attorney? How would you like to proceed?
What would I have to do? An application for it?
Yes, you'd have to make application for the conflict. We could advise you on how to do that. I'd reset you till August 10th to give you that opportunity. And if you don't qualify, then by August 10th, you should, if you decide to have a private attorney, then you would have time to hire one by that time if you don't qualify.
And you're saying that they're saying in there that we were arrested?
I'm not sure if you were arrested or not. All I know is that there were charges filed against you. Whether or not you were arrested or not, I don't have that information before me.
Yeah, total misunderstanding. And the police let us. I mean, they didn't even. They just left, and we were still at the same location. I don't understand how charges even got pressed. So I mean, it was some people that heard us arguing.
Yeah, Mr. Swan, again, you have a right to remain silent, and everything you say can be used against you. So at this point in time, we do know that the state is not willing to dismiss the charges against either of you.
Someone. All right, Yana. Do the conflict. See if I can apply for the conflict.
Okay. So since you're here, Mr. Haddad,
yes, sir.
Mr. Swan wants to apply. Your office can't represent him. He wants to apply for a conflict defender. Can you assist the court with getting him
For the judge, if with the courts, well, I'd be happy to. If the court wishes to put me in in the breakout room. I apologize.
Okay.
I'll,
Okay.
I'll go ahead and fill out whatever needs to be filled out. Of course, I'll let the court know if he technically qualifies, and then we can assign.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Mr. Dodd. So hold on for me, Mr. Swan, for just a moment. What, do you have an announcement for Ms. Marati?
Yeah, I do, Judge. She does qualify. I just emailed Ms. Gathea for the paperwork. I anticipated that'll be a plea, Judge. And by the time I'm done with Mr. Swan, I can make the announcement. I'm pretty sure I can finish that paperwork and email it.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Mr. Dodd. So let's go ahead and put Mr. Haddad and Mr. Swan into a breakout room, and we'll come back to Ms. Marati when we have the paperwork. Thank you.
One more thing, Your Honor, and
yes, sir.
If I wouldn't have came to the Zoom today, would I have been held in contempt? Because what I was called with and with the email that I was the victim of this, and now if I wouldn't have came, I wouldn't have known nothing about this. So she was saying it was voluntary.
So we need to make sure that I have you on my calendar. So if you did not receive notification of the calendar, you're going to have to make sure that we have your that we have a good address for you, because if you moved and did not inform the court, we would not know. Do we know whether or not his notice came back? Okay, so we'll check. I'll let you know the answer to that, Mr. Swan. But before I release you for the day, I'm going to make sure that we have your correct address so that we can make sure that you get the notices in the future. Okay.
Your Honor, I need to correct my address as well, please.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Jones. So we're happy to do that. Let's see. So. Okay, so yes, you're going to have to update your address, Mr. Swan. You wouldn't have been held in contempt today. What I normally do is I will reset you for another time to give us the opportunity to. So I think that was your question, whether you would have been held in contempt. No, you would not have today. All right, so.
But she already had my email on hand. So I'm trying to see, she was saying, so he's not going to contact me through email. You're going to contact me straight through mail.
We're going to get all of your information, okay, before you leave the Zoom today, Mr. Swan. Let me let you speak with Mr. Haddad now.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So is Mr. Haddad still there? Okay, he's gone into the breakout.
I want to know are we good to go, or do we still have to wait?
No, you're free to go, ma'am. We're going to reset you for August 10th. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good day, ma'am.
You too. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. And Ms. Jones, if can you take down her information? Do you want to go? Do you want to go ahead and give us your correct information so that we can enter it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
My address is 700 Neal Street. That's Neal Street, apartment 2. That's Atlanta, Georgia, 30318. My correct phone number is 513-258-9762. And my email address is my first name, TIARAWERSACROWN @gmail.com. So it reads Tiara, where's the crown?
Miss Jones, you're going a bit too fast for us. Okay.
Sorry.
It's all right. Slow down with the email address one more time.
Sure.
Okay.
It's TIARAWERSACROWN @gmail.com. So it's spelled Tiara wears a crown @gmail.com.
Okay, did we get that? Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry, I know it's long.
You're fine, Ms. Jones. And give us the last 4 digits of your phone number again.
9762.
Okay. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
It's Harris again.
And
I
Ms.
want
Jones, one second, sir. Ms. Jones, you're also, since we have that information, you're also free to go, and we'll see you back on August 10th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, have a good day,
Bye.
ma'am.
You too.
Yes, Mr. Harris.
I just sent the paperwork and I talked to the lady and confirmed that she got it.
Okay. Ms. Riley?
Miss Riley, sorry about that.
Yes, no, I had not heard from Mr. Harris. I did just receive an email from West End Print Shop, but there are no
Yes,
attachments.
that's
Yes, Mr.
Huh?
Harris, but there are no documents attached. It's just an email. There are no documents.
it's attached. I have it on my phone as well. You probably got to press download. You don't see it. They just sent it to you. I have it on my phone, so
Yes, I understand. I have the email. There are no attachments.
you don't have the documents.
Correct. They're not attached to the email.
You sure?
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna send. I have the documents on this phone. I just downloaded. I'm gonna send it to you from my email, then see if that works. But they sent it to you.
Okay.
Your Honor, I do have announcements for positions 2 and 6, please.
Okay.
For position 2 and 6, we are asking for them to be reset to the next status, available status conference calendar. I relayed both offers to them. They are thinking about those offers and would like the extra time to be able to review those. So we're just asking for those to be reset.
So for position 2, August 10th, and position 6, also August 10th.
Yes, Your Honor. And then for position 12, I've tried to call Mr. Jones. He's not answering. Mr. Jones, if you could answer, I've messaged him in the chat, Your Honor. And I do believe that's the last case I am waiting on.
Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, I saw you there. You have to unmute yourself.
I'm sorry, yeah, it haven't showed that she called me. I was still waiting on the call.
Okay, so are you ready to take a phone call?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you call? Do you have the number, Miss Helen?
Thanks, Judge.
Sir.
Okay, accept the call, Mr. Jones.
All right.
Mr. Dodd?
Thank you.
Yes.
Judge, Mr. Swan, he does not qualify for the public defender's office. And I've instructed him to perhaps request a recess.
Okay, all right, thank you. And thank you, Mr. Dodd.
Thank you, Judge. And I apologize. Ms. Marati, if you can check the chat line, I just sent you something on there as well. Thank you, Judge. And
Okay, thank you.
We'll take care of that case.
Okay.
Mr. Jones, I apologize. He may not be able to accept calls if he's also using his phone on the Zoom call. Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, unmute yourself, sir. All right.
Yes, sir.
You may have to get off the Zoom call to take a phone call. Are you on your phone?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, so get off your phone. So right now you can log back in once you speak. Miss Helen?
Okay.
Miss Helen, hold on,
Yes,
hold
Judge.
on. Would it be easier just to do a breakout room? Okay,
Yeah.
why don't we do that? So Mr. Jones, I'm gonna put you into a breakout room with Miss Helen. So if we can get them into a breakout room, please.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Swan,
Yes.
again, it's my understanding that you're not going to qualify for a conflict of the attorney. Would you like time to hire a private attorney to speak with about this matter?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm also going to reschedule you until August 10th. That should give you enough time to hire an attorney if that's what you're going to do. If not, when you come back, if you do hire an attorney, they will speak on your behalf. If you don't hire an attorney, when you come back, you're going to have to let me know what you would like to do, whether you want to take the offer, whether you want to have a bench trial, or whether you want to have a jury trial, okay?
Okay.
All right, you have any questions for me today?
When I will receive that, what, by mail to the address I
Okay.
provided, or what?
Okay, so we need to get your,
I mean, what time on the 10th?
it's gonna be the same time at 9 o'clock, Mr. Swan. Let's see, can you give me your current address so we can update in our system?
If it's okay with the court, I can send it by chat line to litigation.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dodd. Do you have all of its information?
I have his address, his phone number, and his email address.
Okay, that's all we need. So yes, if you'll send that to Ms. Johnson, I'll appreciate it. All right, Mr. Swan, do you have any additional questions for me this morning?
No.
Okay, we'll see you back on August 10th. You'll get a notice. It's gonna be at 9 o'clock, okay?
Okay.
All right, you have a good day, sir.
You also.
Thank you. Ms. Riley, did you receive anything? Mr. Christopher,
Hey, I sent it again from my email. Did she receive it?
I will ask her. Mr. Christopher, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, sir.
Okay, your case has been reset to August 10th. Did you have anything further that you needed from the court today?
No, sir.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I saw you there, so I didn't want to.
Oh, I'm free to go? I'm done?
Yeah, you're free to go,
Okay.
sir.
I
Okay.
didn't know. Okay, thank you.
All right, you have a good day.
You do the same.
Let's see, Ms. Riley.
Yes, Your Honor. I was reviewing the documents. I did receive them from Mr.
Okay.
Harris' email. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Are they
welcome.
correct, or did I sign anything wrong? Are they correct?
As far as I can tell, they are signed correctly.
All right.
Yeah.
So what do I have to do from here? Or
Okay, so you just need to hang on. Miss Riley is going to send me those documents, and then I am going to take the plea from you. Okay?
all right. So stay on the line. Stay on the phone.
Yes, you need to stay on the line. We should be able to get through this very quickly now that we have the paperwork. Okay?
Understood. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Your Honor, I'm gonna step away to my printer, fill it out and scan it. It will be momentarily, Judge.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Dodd. And Mr. Giles, I see you there also. Can you hear me, George Giles?
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't hear.
Okay, no, I just wanted to let you know, unless you have any further business, Mr. Giles, your case has been reset till August 10th, so you're free to go.
Okay, thank you, y'all.
Okay, you have a good day, sir.
You too.
Thank you. And can we put in the chat the probation? Yeah, because he's gonna need to know that. Okay, Mr. Harris, are you gonna?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, so are you driving at the present time?
I'm not driving. I can talk right now.
Okay. Let's see, the way this this is gonna go, Mr. Harris, is that I have your paperwork. I'm gonna have Ms. Riley tell me about the case from the state. Then I'm gonna come back with you to take the plea and we'll move forward from there. So can you raise your right hand for me, Mr. Harris? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you, sir. Ms. Riley?
Yes, Your Honor. The state expects the evidence to show that on July 21st of 2020, an officer was patrolling MARTA at College Park Station or Oakland City Station, was dispatched to a call regarding vandalism. And once the officer approached the train, noticed there that the directory map had been vandalized by Mr. Harris. The state's recommendation in this case is 12 months on probation, 30 hours of community service, and he is to stay away from the Oakland City and or College Park MARTA stations.
Okay, is that your understanding of the negotiated plea, Mr. Harris?
So currently, right now, I had to stay away from the MARTA stations.
Yes, sir. That was the offer from the state.
All right, and I have to do probation, or am I just doing the community service right now?
Okay, so you're going to have to be on probation while you're on while until you get the community service done. As soon as you get the community service done, the probation is going to terminate. Okay, so the sooner you complete the community service, the sooner you won't be on probation. Okay.
Understood.
All right. So, Mr. Harris, it's my understanding that you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct?
I thought it was just simply destruction of property. Will it be 2 charges or is it just 1 charge?
It's just the criminal trespass charge, sir.
So that's the only charge I'm getting.
Yes, that's the charge that that if you wish to plead guilty to, that you'll be pleading guilty to.
All right, I'll plead guilty.
Okay. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
And you did have the opportunity to go through the guilty plea sheet and send that back to the state. Is that correct?
Yes.
I'll accept your guilty plea as negotiated, Mr. Harris. I am going to waive the probation fees for you while you're on probation. And as soon as you complete the 30 hours of community service, the probation will terminate, okay?
And how long will I be banned from MARTA exactly? Because that's how I get to work right now.
It will be, Ms. Riley,
While he's on probation, Your Honor.
right, okay? So the sooner that you get, unless you have any other kind of bans from MARTA. But
Yeah,
as far as,
so before this, I already had went. They already told me that I was banned for a year, and that year passed a long time ago.
Okay, so if you
am I getting banned for a second time?
Yes, under this plea. So until you complete the probation. So if you go get your 30 hours of community service done quickly, then you'll be able, unless you have any other active suspensions from MARTA, you'll be able to utilize MARTA. So the sooner you get this done, the better for you all the way around. You understand?
So it's just the Oakland City train station, the one I can't be on, or just MARTA, period?
It's my understanding that it's the College Park station. Is that right, Ms. Riley?
Your Honor, it is College Park, as well as Oakland City. So those two stops, yes, those 2 stations.
Okay.
All right. So every other station I can go to, just those 2 stations I can't go to.
Yes, sir.
That is correct.
Understood.
Okay, and in the chat, we've placed where you need to the probation. So you'll need to get in touch with the probation department within the next 2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, so you place the people that I need to talk to. I need to talk to them on the phone or go up to there.
We've placed everything you need to know in the chat. You can call them and they will explain to you the process. Okay.
All right, understood.
Any other questions for me this morning, Mr. Harris?
No, that'll be all for today.
All right. You have a good day, sir.
All right.
Thank you, Ms. Robin.
You're welcome. Thank you, Your Honor.
I just emailed the litigation manager and the prosecutor with the paperwork on position number 18.
Okay, thank you. And I think that once we take this plea, I think that we will be complete for the 9 o'clock calendar. I don't see anybody else on that we need to handle this morning. Thank you. Okay, I have the paperwork, Mr. Dodd. Ms. Marati, can you raise your right hand for me, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm sorry, I can't hear you for some reason.
You can hear me?
Okay, yes. Say it again for me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am. I can hear you now.
Okay.
Okay, let's get the AM.
Yes, Your Honor. The state would expect the evidence to show that on June 6, 2019, Stephanie Marati entered the Target located at 5950 State Bridge Road in Johns Creek, located in Fulton County, Georgia, took possession of a Dyson Cyclone vacuum, placed it in her shopping cart, and went into the self-checkout register, pretended to scan it, but failed to do so and left the store. The state's recommendation is 12 months probation, a shoplifting class, alcohol drug evaluation and treatment, a $400 fine, and stay away from all Target stores.
Mr. Dodd?
Your Honor, this is a negotiated plea. I would respectfully request the court to consider waiving the probation fee and also consider a non-report once she completes the everything that is required of her. From speaking to my client, it appears that right around when she was arrested, Judge, she ended up charged in Gwinnett County on a drug charge. She spent about a year in custody, so she's currently on probation in Gwinnett, but this case will not affect it because she was not on probation at the time of her arrest. But for these reasons, Judge, I would ask the court to consider waiving the probation fee, Judge, and perhaps non-report.
Okay. Ms. Marati, it's my understanding that you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with your counsel's representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Ms. Marati, I'm going to waive the probation fees for you while you're on probation and help you get and stay on your feet.
Thank you, Judge.
When you complete the terms of the probation, it'll go to a non-reporting status, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay. Let's see. Anything further on Ms. Marati?
No, Ms. Moravi, just check the chat line. There's information as far as how to contact probation. Okay.
Yep, I already took a picture of it and we'll be in contact with them right away.
All right, you're on top of it. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. I think
I'm
that
good to go.
Yes, ma'am. As soon as you get that information first, though.
Oh, I got it.
Okay. All right. Good.
All right, you guys have a good day.
Do the same. And as soon as Ms. Johnson's ready, we will go over the calendar.
Your Honor, while we're waiting on Ms. Johnson, can I just confirm that the 1:30 bench trial has been resolved?
Yes, it's my understanding that that was null pros, correct?
Okay. Yes,
Okay.
just want to,
All right.
thank you.
Do you want-
Can everybody hear me? Our position 1 was a jury trial. Position 2 was reset to 8:10. Position 3, no answer.
We'll reset everyone because this is the first time here. We'll reset them all, I guess, to 8:10.
Position 3 was reset to 8:10. Position 4, 8:10. Position 5, 8:10. Position 6, 8:10. Position 7 was non-prof. Position 8 took a plea. Position 9, 8:10. Position 10 and 11 will be reset to 8:10. Position 12, is that going to be reset to 8:10? Yeah.
Is Mr. I'm sorry, is she still speaking with Mr. Jones?
Yeah.
Okay, so, all right, so we can still continue with the calendar, but, okay.
Position 13, reset to 8:10. Position 14, reset to 8:10. Position 15, jury trial. Position 16 was non-cross. Position 17, jury trial. Position 18 took a plea. Position 19 is going to reset to August 17. Position 20, 8:10. Position 21, 8:10. Position 22, 8:10. Position 23, 8:10. Position 24, 25, and 26, 8:10. Position 27, 28, 29, 8:10. Position 30, 8:10. And position 31, 8:10. And position 32, 8:10.
Okay, so we will hold for Ms. Helen's report on position 12.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, Mr. Dodd, good to see you.
It's good to see you, Judge. Take
All right,
care.
have a good day.
Hi, Judge. We're ready on position 12. We're asking for it to be put on the next available status conference for 8:10.
Okay. Okay, so we will reschedule that for 8:10 also. Ms. Helen, I'm sorry, we already went through the calendar. Is that all right with you? I hope that's all right with you.
That's fine, as long as Mr. Haddad has it, that's fine.
Okay, he's got it. He's got it. All right. So thank you all. I'll see you next Wednesday.
Thank you,
Thank
Judge.
you,
I appreciate it.
Have a good day.
Do the same. Y'all be safe.
Happy holiday.
Yes.
Okay, so we good to go?